Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Cling from Indrani Novello. All right, so it's a neat tangle. It's been around for just a few years. Posted on Tangle Patterns, and I don't know, something struck me about it, and I said, let's investigate, talking to myself, and so I did. And it's neat. I will tell you, it's a little tricky, just a little tricky. All right, starts off with a big zigzag. I'm going to make mine wider. I'm not sure. Jury's out on a couple things. It's like, okay, does wider help? Does it not? Some of that does not matter, etc. Yeah, so anyway, it's interesting. All right, now we're going to do a couple of lines hollowing underneath the points. So, starting here, and if you don't know what hollowbow is, if you watch when I get to here, I'm going to pick up my pen, travel it across, and then continue on. And there we go. And we're going to do the same thing. Where did I get? Got a mark on there already. All right, it'll be covered up at some point, I'm sure. All right, same thing on the other side. Okay. Oh, next was an easy step, yes. Like, when do I get to that hard part again? All right, so in the center of these spaces, and it doesn't matter. Eyeballing it is totally fine. We'll put a partial one over here. Ooh, yeah, there probably wouldn't be a partial there. Okay. Oh, that's right. So I had trouble with the next step on Indrani's step out, and I think I have it figured out. And I put it into, I think, 3 different steps. First, we're going to put a curve line, almost like we're rounding, right, at the top of each little peak. Now, you might want to have it up higher than you think, because we'll eventually fill that in, and you can always, bring it down further if need be. All right. And I also noticed it doesn't need to line up with this line or anything like that. I had thought that at first, but changed my mind. Okay. The next step, somewhere in here. And this is one of those where it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm now just all of a sudden thinking, I wonder if it would be better to come from the opposite direction. Let me show you what I'm thinking first. And I can always try the other way on the other two. We've got several places to attempt this, okay? So after looking, because I really, really had a hard time figuring out what is that shape. And in looking at the samples, actually, it started to make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to start midway-ish. And again, I'm going to make a straight line that curve. So it's kind of a C shape like that. Okay. Well, did I make it? Yeah, I did make it sort of straight. And it doesn't matter, because as you can, I don't know if you can see it now, but we're kind of creating a bell shape in there. Hence, cling, 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 cling goes the, well, no, well, that's the trolley. Never mind. Well, I guess it's the bells on the trolley. So here's what the other way I was thinking was maybe start it with the curve and come up. Let's just, but I think I need to do it upside down. All right, let's just try it. So from here, curving out and coming up. I think that works better because you know what? I can kind of see this. And it's almost like, really, you could think of this top of the bell as hollowed underneath. Well, I don't know. You tell me what works for you. See, in this one, I went up a little ways up, but then this one might be wider too. Okay, it kind of works. And best to just focus on the triangle at hand, because if you start looking at the other stuff you've done, you'll get eyeball confused, and just don't do that. All right. So I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna try it again. You know what? I think I like it from the base. And I'm doing it this way because I want to sort of use the natural curve of my hand. Let's try it again. This is why I don't draw. There's a lot of people that draw arrows on their stuff, and I just don't, because everybody's different. All right, I think I like it better from that end. I don't know why. I'm going to keep doing it until I convince myself. No. I think because coming down and then going into the curve was like I was doing something else with the pen, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. And now, and which one was the one I started with? Yeah, see how much it doesn't matter? I can't even tell. It might have been that. That one's not going to matter so much. And this one, the little partial. You see, what I was seeing on the step out, I wasn't seeing the bell at all. And really, until you shade it, you don't necessarily see it. But when you know, oh, look there's a bell, then all of a sudden, you get clued in. All right, we're going to, you know what, let me double check too while I'm talking about it. It seems like, oh, well, no, I take that back. No, you don't have to fill that in. You can if you want. So she has, and this is why, take a look at the for more inspiration link so you can look for yourself. Some of them, it's just the top. Some of them, and I might have to, well, I don't know if I'll change it or not. She has some of these filled in and not the top. Huh. Yeah, it's just whatever you want to do. There we have it. So let's do, I'm thinking this might be neat. Let's try this. Let's do this side. I'm going to fill this in, and I'm going to fill these in too. I've got this new juicy Micron. I should use the graphic one. That would just make some sense there. If I did that. Okay. And I'm going to alternate. So all the ones that are up this way, I'm going to do the same thing. And then we'll do some shading. You know what I also find interesting about this is, you can look at it, you, meaning me, I can look at a tangle, I don't know how many times, and then something about when I'm doing this, and I'm here with you, that all of a sudden I get these brainstorms. It's like, no, wait a minute. Maybe. So, it's just fun. I do that on our live calls too. Sometimes it's just, it'll just bonk you on the head and the, when you don't expect it. You think you've examined something enough. See, and what I was seeing was more of this shape, and I was not seeing the bell at all. Oh, and we must, but of course, did I whack that? I think I did. I hit the camera. I think I'll do this on all of them. You know, and if it doesn't end up looking like bells, because like I said, I didn't see that to begin with, and I just thought it was interesting, this twisty bit in here. So if it doesn't end up looking like a bell, I mean, it's supposed to be non-representational anyway, so it's just fine if it doesn't end up looking like a bell. That was the inspiration for the pattern. What you end up doing is what you end up doing, and it's all fine. Okay, so let's do some shading. And there we go. And what I'm going to do, I like the way I did it on my version of the step out, so I'm going to do it again. And so I'm just picking a side, and I'm picking the left side of these. And I'm going to do the same up here. And put some graphite down. Try to keep it within the lines where it's supposed to be. And then you start seeing it a little bit. And I picked this up on hers. She put a little line right there with the graphite. And I'm like, oh, look, that just makes it. It just makes it. I'm like, oh, you know, if you've watched me at all, I mean, you know, the shading is fascinating to me, because just for the results that it has, and the fact that, oh, look I can do that. I think it's so neat. All right, it is, and it turns out really kind of cool. It could go either way, doesn't matter. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Do take a look at at both my version of the step out, the For More Inspiration link, and then below that you have my link tree. And there you'll if we've not connected and you want to, all my social media is on there. Website where you can follow my my blog, take a look at classes, things like that. If you are interested in classes, I do teach Tuesday and Thursdays. Thursdays, always free. It's called Tangle Time. I have 2 sessions that are free. The Tangle Time sessions on Thursdays, and then Tough Tangle Tuesday, which is on the 3rd Tuesday of the month. Those are always free. And then there's other ones on Tuesday that have a fee. So you can take a look at that. If you click on my classes, like, oh, I don't think I have it completely updated, but you can see the types of things that I do. And if you follow me either on my Facebook page or on Eventbrite, so you'll see those links, then when I post them, you will see them. All right. Also, we have a great Tangle Addicts community on Facebook, so if you happen to be over there and want to join us, click that link. There are 4 questions that you have to answer to gain entry, and that's it. And I think that's all. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.